Hi, my name is LaShonda. I'm a single mom of two. I'm a hairstylist and I have a health and wellness business. And I also have another business which is called LaShonda Nicole Services. And with that, it's all about me helping women to rebuild themselves from the inside out. And if you want to know more about it, you could go visit my website. It's www.rebuildingwomencom.wordpress.com. And I also have a quote for women's page on my Facebook page. My Facebook is LaShonda Lurks. And the page is called Quotes for Women. And I go on there either every day or every other day, and I post a quote that I find that's relatable to me. And because it's relatable to me, I know that it will relate to somebody else. And so I feel like I just wanted to do that, something simple just to help, many of us get through life, get through, day by day, week by week, because sometimes you just never know what people are going through. And with me posting just that one quote, it could see them through the rest of their day, or see them through the rest of that week, or see them through the rest of that situation. And so today I want to come on here and talk about, I wrote down some notes. And so if you see me looking back and forth, I'm looking at my notes that I wrote down. And when I come on here to do videos, I also have written down what I'm talking about, and I posted on my website. On my Rebuilding Women website. And so if you would like to, if you like to read instead of listen to videos, then you can go on my website and check it out. If not, then here's the video. It will be left up for replay, so you can watch it whenever you get ready. You can share it with whoever you think this can help. I will greatly appreciate it. And so my topic for today is, when is it time to stop depending on a check that's not coming or isn't consistent? Okay, I'm a single mom of two, as I mentioned, and I know there are many other single moms out there. And so when I mention consistent check, I'm sure many of you know exactly what I'm talking about. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while, but I was kind of scared of doing it because I didn't know, what kind of feedback I may get, or how I would have to make sure I choose my words carefully, and just not try my best not to offend anybody, but sometimes when things are your reality, sometimes you want to share, sometimes you need to open up to get it out, because you just never know who you're helping. Not only are you helping yourself by sharing, but you're also helping somebody else because they need it. You just never know what type of situation a person is in. And so this is what I want to talk about. Like I said, I know that many of us are single moms, and we are working moms. Some of us are working 2 or 3 jobs, trying to make ends meet, trying to make sure our kids have everything that they need. But we do know that check that's not consistent will help out a whole lot, will help out even more, because I feel like this, even if you don't pay the whole amount, then pay something, because see, that something will help take care of gas, that something will help buy a few pieces of grocery, that something will help pay for a field trip, you know what I'm saying, that something will help go half on a pair of shoes or half on some clothes that the kids may need, so I've learned to appreciate what I do receive whenever I do receive it, because when it comes, it helps. Let's see, this was very difficult. And like I said, we as moms, when it starts, it's very consistent. And then after a while, it's no longer consistent. And so now you've gotten adjusted to it coming, just say every 2 weeks. And now those every 2 weeks are now once a month. So what do you do? What do you do when you are in that situation? What do you do? As for me, I would complain, not to anybody, but I would just pretty much talk to myself and just be like, why? Always just asking why. And never got an answer, because I never asked the other person about it. So it just got to a place to where I got comfortable not getting it. And so I knew because I wasn't getting it on a consistent basis, I could no longer depend on it. And so I had to start doing other things. And so what I did was I put in for a job for a substitute teacher. I did that on top of me, and that's just part-time. And also on top of me doing my my health and wellness business, I do that as well. So I am basically doing 3 things. That's hair, which is my #1 job, substituting, which is part-time, and my health and wellness, which is part-time. And see, I know many of us, we are actually working a regular job, 9-to-5 job, and then we go to another 6-hour job. Just say it's in a department store or a shoe store or something like that. And see, though, that takes away from our kids that time that we want to spend with them, that time that we were spending with them. We no longer can because we have to work. And kids want to be in sports. They want to do this and want to do that. And in order for them to do it, we as the moms have to have the finances to get those things done. And so those are the sacrifices that we make as single parents. You know, we go out here and get these 1,000 jobs and just work. And we make it happen. We make it work. But in the process of us making it work, it drains us. Mentally and physically, we are tired. Emotionally, we are tired. So what do you do when you are no longer getting that check? Or that check is no longer consistent? Are you sitting, complaining about it? You know, are you worrying the other person about why they're not doing this and why they're not doing that? You know, is it basically taking over your life? Have you thrown yourself into a depression because of it? I hope not. Because all those things almost were my thoughts, you know. But sometimes you have to realize who you are dealing with. And because I know who I was dealing with, I didn't bother. I didn't. I felt like you do what you do, and I'm going to do what I do. Because at the end of the day, these kids got to be taken care of. And I can't use all my strength and all my energy hounding you, trying to make sure you do your part. That's not my job. Because we both grown. 2 grown people living 2 separate lives. But I still got to work. I still got to provide. So I can no longer worry about what you're not doing. And so, yes, I had to take matters into my own hand and just get over it. Like, it is what it is. I can't change it. And just know you can't change people. No matter how much you argue with them. Doesn't matter how many times you call them. It doesn't matter how many times you just think you making their life miserable. Listen, you're only making yourself miserable by entertaining the fact that they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And all that energy that you're using, use that into yourself. Put that into another job. Put that into a business that you've always wanted to start. And you just didn't have the mindset to do it. Take all your strength and your energy and put it into that. That's what I did. Because I knew something had to change. And it had to start with me. And it had to start with my mindset. You know, do I think about it? Of course. But it no longer worries me. It no longer bothers me. Like the why question, it no longer bothers me. Because now I'm okay with that part. I'm okay with that part of not getting. I'm okay with that part of not wanting to be a part of. I'm okay with that. And until you get to that place of being okay with what it is, then you will never be able to focus. You will never be able to move forward because you will always be stuck of what the other person is doing. It's okay because these kids don't stay kids long. They grow up. They start their own lives. They have kids. They get married. So the question would be, would they want the other to be a part of their world, of their life? Who knows? Who knows? But one thing I won't do is make them choose. And one thing I won't do is talk bad about the other person. And one thing I won't do is just make my kids ever feel like he didn't do anything, even though he didn't. But guess what? I'm going to let them figure that out for themselves. But I would never tell them that. I wouldn't. And that's just me. That's just me. So, let's see. We talked about, like supplementing your income. We talked about, having thousands of jobs. But, just have like 2 or 3 jobs. Even if it is a department store job, or even if it is choosing to start your own business. But do something for you. Do something that's going to make you happy. Do something that is going to take that load, take that burden off of you of not receiving that check. Because let me tell you, it's going to come. And it's going to come right on time. And when it does, you just say, Lord, I thank you. I thank you. Because it's going to come on time. Even if it's when your kids are in college and you actually need that to help pay for their college. Listen. You're going to get it. You just ain't going to get it now. But it's okay, because guess what? You're making it do what it do now. And that's all that matters. But trust me, it will get easier. It will get easier. At the beginning, it's hard. Ooh, I'm a witness to that. It's so hard. But your heart will push you. Your heart will have you making decisions that you just never thought. Like, I promised myself after my first child that I was no longer going to work another job. I wasn't going to do it. And I didn't do it. And I didn't do it for a very long time. But you know what? Push came to shove, and I had to do what I had to do. Because I knew I needed that extra income. And those checks just wasn't cutting it, because they wasn't coming. Right? But it was good when it was coming, but even though they were coming on a consistent basis at one time, I still felt like I needed more. But sometimes that's our mindset, that we need more. We don't need more. We just need to take what we have and budget it. Take what we have and make it work. So between the actual paycheck and a child support check, make it work. Whatever it is you're getting, make it work. Don't take that time away from your kids that you were one time giving them. Don't take that time from them, because they need it, especially when they are at a certain age. They need that. They need mom. They need mom to be there. Even when they have an attitude with you, even though when they call themselves being mad with you, even when you have to tell them no about certain things, they need mom. They need mom. And even though I'm sitting here talking to you about it, a lot of things just resonate with me. Like, they need mom. At the end of the day, they need mom. And I just thank God for me wanting to be a hairstylist. Because not knowing this is where I will be right now in my life with 2 kids, raising them by myself. I didn't know I was going to be at this place. But because I want to be a hairstylist, and being a hairstylist is being self-employed. So you're working your own time. You're making your own money. And now, because I have this job, I can take my kids to school every morning. I can pick them up every day from school. I can take them where they need to go. I could take them to the doctor's appointments and not have to ask for time off. I can do a whole lot of things with my kids because I work my own schedule. And I thank God for that. And that's why I knew if I was to ever take on another job, it would have to be a part-time job. But it would have to be a part-time job to where I could still work when I want to work, right? Even if it's just 2 days a week. And so that's why I chose, well, I ain't gonna say I chose, it kind of chose me, my health and wellness business. But I chose to sign up. I chose to want to try it out. And that's what I did. And see, because of that, I now work that part-time. And so that's also part-time money, and it's not a lot of money, but I'm thankful for what I do get, because that helps. Because see, now that has taken place of that check that I'm not getting. And so that's what it means to supplement your income, because you just never know what will happen. And with being a hairstylist, being in business for myself, it's not easy, because you have your slow days, you have your slow weeks, and that's why it's always important to have something else on the side, or even another job on the side, because you just never know. You never know. And so, yes, you always have to be a step ahead. Never be lagging behind and just thinking everything's just going to stay the same. Nothing stays the same. And so you have to remember to always be a step ahead of whatever it is, that may come, because you never know. And so that's the opportunity I took for myself, because I know I can't always do hair the rest of my life. But when I took on my substituting job, I looked at it as, to get me some experience in the school system. That way, if anything happens that I can no longer do hair, I can go and be a substitute, or I can go in and be a teacher's assistant, because I have the experience to do so, right? And then once again, I still have my health and wellness business over here as well. So now, look, I still have income coming in. Do you understand? You have to have a plan. Don't sit there and depend on a check that may never come right now. But make plans to find something that's going to supplement that income that you are not getting. And so when you do start getting it, guess what? That's going to be extra money for you, right? So I think I said enough. But I just want to come on here and just talk about that a little bit, because I know it's many of single moms struggle not to worry about that check that's not coming, or that check that's not consistent. It's not easy not to worry about it. But let me tell you, all the energy and all that strength that you are putting into that worrying about that one check, listen, make moves to do something else. You have to make moves to do something else. Figure out what else interests you. Figure out what else you want to try. Figure out basically your next step. Just think about it and try it. There's nothing wrong with trying different things. There's nothing wrong with trying different jobs. It's okay. Because, see, you will never know unless you try. And I've never been in a network marketing company before. And this is my first time. And this has changed me so much as a person. It really has. Because of this company that I joined, I'm on here doing this video. I wouldn't have never thought about doing videos. I wouldn't have never thought about writing. I wouldn't have never thought about building a website, about rebuilding women. Has the thoughts crossed my mind about helping women? It has. But to actually come up with a name and just really start working on it? No. Those thoughts would have never happened. Taking steps towards those things would have never happened. Doing videos, doing social media a lot, more than I would normally do if I wasn't in this business. And so I'm thankful for that, because it has pushed me out of my comfort zone. And see, sometimes you need things that's going to push you out of your comfort zone. Because see, once your focus is now no longer on that check that you're not getting, or that consistent check you're not getting, now is more focused on building their business, or getting hands-on with this new job, or focusing on trying to find a new job, and because it's all about you, it's focusing on you. You have to learn to take your focus off what's not going on and focus on you. Because once you do that, man, a whole lot of things will open up for you. Your mind will open up to so many things that you just never thought about. And before you know it, you're going to have to get a pen and paper and start writing stuff down. Like, wow, I didn't know I had this in me. Like, wow, I didn't know I could do this. Like, wow, people are really paying attention to what I'm talking about, or to what I'm doing, or to what I'm saying. You'll be so surprised. And I always hear time and time again, somebody needs you. Somebody needs your story. So share it. Just share it. And I've heard it so many times to where I started doing it. And see, when you hear things over and over and over again, let me try it. Let me see what's going to happen. And now it's like, it's a habit. Now it's just something I do. And I write it down first. And now I'm starting to come on YouTube and do videos about it. Why not? What do I have to lose? And to be honest with you, it feels good to do it. Because I know out of all the videos I do, it's going to reach at least one video, will reach at least one person. Right? And that one person is going to tell somebody else what they watch. And then they're going to share what they watch. And then they're going to come on here and watch it themselves. Why not? And I used to hear that a lot too. Why not? Why not you? Just be open-minded and just let it out, because somebody needs it. And it may not necessarily come out the way you want it to. It may not necessarily work out the way that you want it to, but as long as you are stepping forward, not backwards, but stepping forward, and you making some things happen little by little. That's all it takes, little by little, because that's what I'm doing, building my website little by little. And all the stuff I have written since probably last year, I'm like, wow. You know, because my thoughts are what I have been through. My thoughts are what I'm going through now. The experiences, the knowledge, the wisdom, all the stuff that I've learned through my life lessons. And I used to look at my life lessons as bad, like I can't believe I went through that, or you know, I can't believe I allowed that. Listen, turn those thoughts into words on paper, words in doing videos, sharing with other people your life lessons. Your experiences equal lessons. And I had to learn that. And seeing sometimes instead of saying things that you would normally hear it, you have to find different words to say. You have to find different words to replace what you would normally say. Like, I used to think of my experiences as something bad or hurtful or pain. But now I know my experiences equal my lessons. And because of that, I'm able to share. And because of that, I'm able to open up. And because of that, I'm on here. And because of that, I'll share more. Because I know for a fact somebody needs it. Somebody needs it. And one day, that one person is going to reach out to me and tell me, say, thank you so much. Thank you. And I'm going to say you are very welcome. And I understand. Because that hurt and pain is nothing to play with. But it all starts here to start to heal from the inside out. And that's how I came up with Rebuilding Women. To heal from the inside out. Why? Because I did it. Why? Because I did it. Healing is a process. But until you make that choice to want to heal, you won't. So before I get off here, don't sit around any longer waiting on that check that's not coming right now. That consistent check that you're getting once a month or every 2 weeks. Don't sit around and wait for it. Go out and make something happen. And if you are interested in having your own business, or if you ever thought about having your own business, message me. And let's talk. You know, because it was simple for me to get started. Simple for me to get started, and it's simple for me to keep going. But it starts here. You have to want change. You have to want change, and it all starts with changing your mindset. You have to do what's best for you and your kids, because at the end of the day, they're going to be looking to you for everything. And that's just what it is. That's our life. That's our reality. We're going to accept it, and we're going to make it work. because we are strong. God made us strong. But we have to just reach down into that strength that God has given us and pull it out. Pull it out and use it. But make a decision today to no longer wait around and do something that you have always been wanting to do. I don't care what it is, but it will definitely help you take your mind off of that check that you're not receiving. So if you would like to reach out to me, you go follow me on my Facebook page, or go check out my Facebook page. That's LaShonda Lurks as well. I'm also on Instagram. That's at LaShonda Nicole 97. And also on Twitter. I don't know who still is on Twitter, but I do tweet every now and then. And that's at Nicole3273. Thank you for listening. I hope this helps someone, and I hope this message will help you get started in the right direction and to start today with making decisions that is best going to suit you and your kids. Take care and be blessed.